Supersize your business now. Do it now. Do it today. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here with Supersize Your Business. And today, this whole month, we're focusing on mental health, mental well-being, the mental and thoughts and related aspects of your business. And today we're talking about limiting beliefs and how to overcome them. Why? Because limiting beliefs are like processes and programs running at a subconscious level or under the surface of our business operations that are negatively impacting us or limiting us in any way from achieving what it is that we want in our business, in our industry, also in our lives, by the way. So limiting beliefs, the biggest challenge to me with them is that we don't think that we have limiting beliefs. If you ask somebody about their limiting beliefs, they'll say, I don't have any limiting beliefs. Everything is working out perfectly for me. Or they don't even know, because our beliefs that are limiting us, and they're even limiting our ability to see that we have them. So we have to have a process that we go about looking for to identify them in order to deal with them, because otherwise we're just going to keep getting the same results that we're getting. And I'll share a couple of people's business examples on this today after we talk through the process. The process is super simple. Number one, step one is we have to become aware that we have limiting beliefs. Guess what? Everybody on the planet has limiting beliefs, or we'd all have the businesses that are exactly like we want them to be right now. We would just decide we want something and we would create it, because nothing would be slowing us down. Our beliefs form through experiences, usually from our childhood. A lot of times they're not even our beliefs. They're just something that we get from somebody else or adopt from somebody else, often at a subconscious level, not even realizing that we do it. I had a conversation with a coach the other day about negative self-talk. And I was down, sorry, Mom, I was visiting my mom, and I didn't ever realize growing up how much negative self-talk comes out of her mouth. She's one of the most amazing women I've ever met on the planet. And she practices negative self-talk. Now, I guarantee that the few times I pointed out to her, she's like, I didn't say that. She doesn't even know she's doing it. And for all of us, that's how limiting beliefs show up. I will say negative things and I know better, but I don't even realize it because there's some subconscious program or some way that I got triggered that I'm behaving in that way. And if somebody doesn't call me out on it, guess what? I'll just keep doing it, because every experience of you doing that reinforces that belief, that limiting belief. So step one, become aware of it. How do you do that? Ask yourself questions. Ask yourself questions like, where do I feel stuck in life? Where, or in our business, where are we blocked? Where are we not getting the results we want? Where are we frustrated? What thoughts do we have as we try to take action or hesitate or fail? When we launch a new project or we create a new promotion, marketing promotion for our customers, and it lands flat or doesn't get the results we want, what is causing that? There's usually something that we missed, or a limiting belief, or something that's holding us back. We want to be able to identify those things. On a personal level, things like I don't deserve success applies to our businesses as well. I'm not good enough. If anybody in our organization really has a deep-seated belief that they're not good enough, they can unintentionally sabotage things that we're doing. We see a lot of these things play out in teams and team building. It's why I love team leadership and teams and working on teams. Step two is to question the belief. All right, we got to challenge its validity, because guess what? And I can say this with 100% confidence, every single limiting belief you have is an absolute lie. It's a lie, and it's not true for you. It's not true for your business. And so that's why we want to challenge it. And we ask ourselves, is this belief absolutely positively true in all circumstances, across all time, space, dimensions, and realities, all the time? All the time, everywhere. Is it absolutely true? And the answer to that is absolutely no. There is no one thing that we believe or think or feel that is 100% true all the time. I like to think I'm a very loving person, but I too have not loving thoughts and behaviors sometimes, right? What's the evidence against it? So then, instead of looking for evidence to prove that our false belief is true, which our subconscious does automatically, we are going to consciously, as a group, I say get a group together and work on this today, and pick just one thing. Just pick one little thing and prove the process to your organization, yourself, and then that will build the confidence to apply it to other things, and apply it to those really big, serious things that you need to deal with. Like maybe you've got a dysfunctional piece of behavior in your culture somewhere, and you've been putting off and putting off and putting off, knowing that you need to address it. You'll actually address this when you see how powerful this is. Step three, reframe the belief. We need to take the limiting belief and we need to flip it. I like the flip switch strategy. Flip it. It's usually the opposite of what we're saying to something that serves our organization. So if we think we're not as good as the competition, or we always fail compared to the competition, we can say we're improving each time we launch a marketing initiative, or we are getting better and better at launching new products and services, whatever it is that you're, and again, comparison is a slow death. Sometimes it's a fast death. If we compare ourselves to others, we're going to fail. But if we focus on being ourselves, we'll succeed. Step 4, take empowered action. Once you reframe this and create a new replacing belief, you want to take an action immediately. Remember, I say we should, and I got this from Tony Robbins and probably others as well, as soon as we make a decision, we want to take some action to reinforce that decision. That's what this step's all about. And step 5, we want to then, after we've taken a little action, keep finding ways to reinforce the new belief. I use affirmations. I think I've shared, maybe not. I do affirmations when I brush my teeth. So at least 2 times a day, I am reinforcing my most important to me and my businesses and my life affirmations. I do affirmations and replace negative affirmations with positive affirmations, and then recite the affirmations when I go on a walk, which is another thing I do every day for the most part, or I ride my bike. We go ahead and do that. I surround myself with supportive people. And in our businesses, it's easy because the team that's deciding these things support one another, and we help one another. If we catch each other using the old thought process or the old limiting belief, we can say, oh, that's what we used to believe, but now we know we're better than the competition with respect to dealing with our customers. And celebrate small wins. I always think it's important to celebrate the things that are working to create more of them in our business and in our life. So let me share a couple of people's stories. I'll share James and Kelly's. James, his limiting belief is that he avoids public speaking at work because he doesn't think he's good at public speaking. He's telling himself, I'm not a good public speaker, which one of the key skills that you can improve if you want to be successful and help your business is you become a great public speaker, or at least in the circles you want to run in, and encourage other people in your organization to do the same. So limiting belief, James avoided speaking roles at work because he believes that he's terrible at it. Where did this come from? Identification. The belief formed because he was laughed at when he did presentations in school. Who hasn't been laughed at doing presentations in school? Every single one of us. I remember speech and debate. I got heckled and everything else. Reframe to I can grow into a confident speaker with practice. Absolutely. Anybody. I always say we're not born with any skills or abilities except our bodily functions, and everything else we learn along the way. And we get to choose what we are and are not going to learn. Action. He joined Toastmasters and practiced short talks weekly. The result was a year later, James hosted a company-wide webinar with ease and enthusiasm. He got excited about it and confident about it. Kelly's belief was we're just not as good as XYZ company, a competitor of theirs. And why do they believe that? Because they have higher market share than them. And then change that belief to we serve our customers better than anyone else. How empowering is that? We serve our customers, the people we're here to serve. So that means our part of that big pie of potential customers in the world, we serve them better than anyone. And then the result was that her company actually doubled in size within a year because she got rid of that limiting belief and changed the focus to, hey, we're not going to compare ourselves to the competition. We are going to be the best version of ourselves, which is what this year's annual challenge is all about. All right, so what's our action item today? I say go out and do this process once. Identify a limiting belief, challenge it, reframe it, take action on it, and then go ahead and find a way to reaffirm and practice it and see what an impact it has on your business over the next week or so. I guarantee you'll notice things and be able to celebrate some small wins. Any question about this? Any questions about this? If you're struggling with any step in the process, just ask. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.